Yo guys, Jarek here, and you're seeing right, I'm going to be playing some Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. And if you're wondering how I'm recording this, I am actually playing this on PC through an emulator called Dolphin. Now this is actually a Wii emulator, and since the Wii is backwards compatible, it can also play GameCube games. So I'm using my 360 controller plugged into my PC, and I'm recording this video using Dxtory. A thing to note with Dxtory is that if you are running Dolphin in a window and you record a Dxtory, it'll put a watermark on it like you don't have it licensed, even if you do have it licensed, which is a little strange. But if you run it full screen, it works great, and I recommend using Dxtory instead of Fraps, because Fraps will slow down the frame rate of this emulator drastically, so everything will be kind of chuggy, whereas Dxtory, as you can see, runs perfectly fine. Side note, I cannot hear this Fire Emblem theme without stopping and listening to it for a second. Sorry, I had to get that out. The music in Fire Emblem is, I don't know, this theme is ingrained in my mind. I got into Fire Emblem because of Super Smash Brothers, blah blah blah, I'll talk about that in a minute. If you want to know where to get Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, I'm pretty sure, I downloaded it forever ago, so I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that I just downloaded an ISO off of the Pirate Bay, and before you start complaining at me, oh, piracy is bad, go download, go actually buy it, help the developers, and blah blah, all this stupid bullshit, I should probably just go be a hippie somewhere else. I actually do own this game completely legally, and I do actually own a Wii, but I am playing this through an emulator because the emulator runs in 1080p natively and actually looks very, very good running in 1080p. I'm recording in 720 and not actually recording in 1080, but you get the point. It runs better on Dolphin, so that's sort of what I prefer, but I'm going to shut up now and get on with the actual gameplay.
Three years ago, Crimea freed itself from Dayan tyranny. Its nobles used that freedom to berate the queen and scrabble for power. Disgusted with their greed and arrogance, Ike and the Grail mercenaries left the court behind and returned to work. Thanks to their efforts and to Queen Elincia's even-handed rule, Crimea has avoided a bloody civil war. Before departing the capital once again, Ike receives disquieting news from Queen Elincia. The Black Knight, the man who murdered Ike's father, has once again been seen in Dayan. The Queen's words hang heavy over Ike as he leads the mercenary group back to their headquarters. Raphael, eldest prince of the Heron clan, returns in the company of the Wolf Queen, Nyla, and the mage, Tormod, to tell a dire tale. The shocking story he relates ignites a terrible fury in the hearts of the Laguz. The assassination of the previous Benyon apostle sparked the massacre of the Heron clan, as well as the burning of their home, the Serenus Forest. That murder and the resulting catastrophes were long thought to be the work of Dain's former ruler, the Mad King Ashnard. Now, however, Prince Raphael, a survivor of the massacre, reveals that those directly responsible were none other than the senators of Benyon. Upon hearing this tale, the Hawk King Tibarn is consumed with an unspeakable rage. He shares this information with the Raven King Nisala and the Beast King Kanagus, and they form a Laguz alliance. Together with the Heron royal family, they send messengers to the leadership of Benyon, demanding an explanation from the senators. Benyon rebuffs their requests, however, denying any wrongdoing and refusing to investigate Raphael's claims, as if to emphasize their decision to silence the Laguz inquiries. The Empire goes so far as to murder an alliance messenger. This callous act of arrogant defiance pushes the Alliance into declaring war upon the Benyon Empire. Gallia's sub-commander Ranulf considers the merits of attempting to simply overpower Benyon. He recognizes, however, that pitting brute force against Benyon's magic and tactical prowess will result in massive Alliance casualties. He decides to enlist the strength and knowledge of his old wartime ally, Ike, and the Grail mercenaries. Ike is an acquaintance of Benyon's apostle, however, and is at first reluctant to become involved in the conflict. Yet, when he considers the senator's cold-blooded murder of the Alliance messenger, he can feel the anger that burns in the Laguz's hearts. Determined to force the senators to answer for their crimes, he agrees to help the Laguz Alliance.
So here I am, forever into the video, and I'm yet to actually get to any gameplay. Oh well. So this is actually the first mission where you get to use the original cast of this. This is more or less a sequel to the last Fire Emblem game on the GameCube. And this was the main cast you got on that game, and this is the first time that you actually got to use them in this game. This is the actual third chapter into the game, which is, I don't know, maybe the 20th mission? I'd have to take a wild guess there. I don't know how many levels are in it. I actually had to skip that little portion of the cutscene because the emulator would crash every single time that came up. The only thing that you're missing is just that they transform and then it boots you into the battle. So they're doing their own thing over here, and I'm controlling Ike and the mercenaries over here. So let's go ahead and move up. Actually, I want this guy to... I'll have this guy move up. Oh, hi, enemies. Now, if you're wondering to yourself, Jarek, why are you playing Fire Emblem? That's an RPG. That's way out of your gaming style. And yeah, it sort of is out of my gaming style, but there's two RPGs I have always played. The first RPG is sort of a given because I'm a 90s kid. I was born in 91. I grew up in the 90s. I played Pokemon. Everyone that grew up in the 90s played Pokemon, and that's just a given. I still play Pokemon. Pokemon's awesome. I'm not even going to deny that. I mean, hell, I still have Soul Silver in my DS right now. And I play that all the time when I'm just laying in bed before I go to sleep, talking to people on my laptop. So, I mean, I play Pokemon pretty much religiously. And then my second RPG that I have played is Fire Emblem. And now, Fire Emblem, I'll be completely honest, I got my interest in Fire Emblem from Super Smash Bros. Melee because I always played as Marth and Roy. Those were my characters to play as. And don't get me wrong, I could still play as other characters like Captain Falcon and Link and stuff like that, but I much preferred Marth and Roy over everyone else. That's who I always played as, so it sparked me to kind of look at the rest of the characters in the game. I just wanted to see what they were like. And, yeah, at that point on, I bought my first Fire Emblem game, the first one that came to America, which was Fire Emblem 7 on the Game Boy Advance. Got it, actually really liked it. Took a while to kind of get used to it because your character, if one of the friendlies die, they're gone forever. They don't come back in any of the levels, which apparently the new Fire Emblem they're making for the 3DS, if a character dies, he'll miss a level and then come back, which could potentially be worse because then that character will always be weak forever and never get stronger. But I can live with that because I'd rather not have my character be dead forever. And, oh, hi, more enemies. Where did you come from? Oh, well, I shall, vanquish you. But yeah, after I played Fire Emblem 7, I kind of got into it a little bit. Really enjoyed the series as a whole and just bought every Fire Emblem game that made it to America since. And I'm very open-minded when it comes to games. I mean, I think the only genre of games that I loathe and will not play because I find them fucking boring as shit is MMOs. I hate MMOs. I have no interest in them. I don't see why people like them, to be honest. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. But I don't see any interest in grinding my way through fucking dungeons. I really don't. Dungeons or anywhere. The dungeon crawlers are just the worst out of them. Like, all the hype over Diablo 3 has really annoyed me. And I understand people are religious about Diablo, but I just don't see the interest in Diablo. I honestly do not understand it. Because you're pushing numbers. That's all you're doing. You're grinding your way through dungeons. That's all you are doing. And people love it. And I just... It's one of those things I cannot understand it. But yeah, like I said, I'm just going to get a lot of hate for this. I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying that. MMOs are just not my thing. Other than that, though, I mean, it's like, I will respect good games, even if they're not in my genre, even if they're not something I usually play. I mean, a good example of that is Skyrim. I look at Skyrim, and there's no way I can say that game doesn't deserve Game of the Year. That game is a Game of the Year candidate, and there's nothing else to say about it. It deserves Game of the Year. Hands down. You know, I just can't say anything else about that. Even if it's not something I'm really interested in, it's a damn good game. And I really respect them for keeping it open. An open game, allowing mods, allowing you to do what you wish with it, allowing players to make it even better. I mean, hell, why would you ever play that game on console with the PC mods you see around? It's not like it takes that much out of your computer. With the exception of some of the graphical mods, those can really mess you up. I don't remember her being able to attack anything. Whatever. I probably should have healed that person. But yeah, when it comes to gaming, I'm very open-minded, as I've said before. There's just a certain genre of games that I prefer to play more so. And I prefer games that are, you know, balanced. I mean, that's why I love games like Fear Combat is a really, really fun, fast-paced game, but it is entirely balanced. You will make people rage quit out of that game when you get good at it. Like, when you get good at it, people just cannot beat you. I could say the same thing for Rainbow Six Vegas. That game is... I mean, no weapon will ever have the advantage over another weapon. I mean, hands down, that's just the way it works. And those are the style of games that I really like. I like games that don't require you to level up like crazy, and I don't like skill to be determined by how high of a level you are, how many hours you sunk into this MMO, or you spent money on the better items, thus you win. I hate shit like that. And that's the reason I'm not a big fan of MMOs in general. And that's the reason I really like Vegas too. No weapon ever has an advantage over another weapon. You can immediately join the game, and if you have skill and if you're good at the game and you're good at game styles like that, you are going to be winning. And I'm competitive. I like to win. I'm just going to be honest there. I played sports my whole life. I still play sports. I mean, I expect the best out of myself, and I expect to win. Nope. Where's someone with an axe? I have a high critical ratio, and he only has a 29% chance of hitting me. Of which he'll probably still hit me anyway, because that's how this game works. Math is always against you in this game. Oh, he didn't hit me. It's a miracle. I swear, you have a 100% chance of hitting someone, miss, and they'll have a 1% chance of hitting you, and they'll hit you. Oh, hey, a, fucking jerk-off over here. I will have to get rid of you. He has a 50% chance of hitting me, and he still hits me. There we go, that's what I was waiting for. All these guys have items that are killer something, and a killer item gives you a really high critical hit chance. And you can see the critical hit ratio in the game, in the options when you're going to attack someone. I'm kind of being a risky player right now. I'm sort of not caring about how much damage my guys are sustaining because I know they're not going to die. But this is the first level of Part 3, and it's been a little bit easier than the last few levels. These are also pretty beefed up characters. I did not realize he could heal. Oh hey, I can go here. I can't attack that way, but hey, I might as well use it. I always forget I can use those. Oh, hi. Oh, the fire person can't get me from there. If you notice a slight stutter every here and then, that's because it is an emulator and it does do that. It is putting most of its weight on your processor, but the good thing about Dolphin is that it actually puts some of the load on your video card. The way I can tell is my video card. I'm looking at the stats of it right now, and it's definitely increased. I mean, it's nothing amazing. I have an NVIDIA 480 GTX, which is like 50 million times more powerful than what the Wii has inside of it. And that's kind of required for emulators, to have everything being at least like 5 times as powerful as what you're trying to emulate, just because of the way it works. And that's pretty much what I have on my computer, because the Wii is so outdated. But yeah, it's putting a decent amount of stress. Well, not a decent amount, but it's putting more stress on my video card than absolutely nothing, I should say. And that's not just because I'm running this in native 1080 or anything. Point being, it stutters every once and then, but this emulator as a whole runs really, really smooth. I shall help. You're dead. Free experience. Something I really do hate hearing is that, oh, this game plays just like Final Fantasy Tactics. No, fucking no, so much no. Fire Emblem basically created this style of gameplay. I mean, the first Fire Emblem came out on the NES, I believe it was, but it didn't make it to America. It didn't come to America until it gained attention from Super Smash Bros. Melee, from Marth and Roy, and everyone went, what is this game? This game looks interesting, give it to us. Gimme. Now. And then they finally gave it to him. That sounds like a really bad porno. Man, all my guys can only attack once. It's sort of annoying. %26 chance of hitting me. Might as well go for it. I mean, he'll do a lot of damage if he does, but whatever, I got healers. Let's see how much damage this will do. I have a high critical chance though, so I might as well try it. And of course I won't get a critical out of it. There we go. I'm so glad they no longer made this like an in-game battle scene for you healing one of your teammates. Like, that always annoyed me in the earlier Fire Emblems, because you had to wait through it. And it's just like that extra second you don't want to wait and you want to get back to the gameplay. Alright, let's see what's up here. No enemies, alright. That's, okay then. What am I supposed to even be doing here? Victory, so-and-so arrives. Okay. That doesn't tell me a whole lot. And now, playing this game with a 360 controller doesn't actually feel that weird. It's almost more comfortable. The only annoying thing about it is that you're using an analog stick, and that can be a little bit picky with running on a graph, basically. Ow. Hey, these guys are coming out of nowhere. Thank you for moving up. That gave me a very clear path to see where all the other enemies are. Oh, 1 damage. Ow. You know, I'm just thinking about it, how many hours I have put into Fire Emblem games. I honestly cannot think... I can't put up with a number. I've played Fire Emblem for so many hours. I have, you know, like I said, every Fire Emblem game since Fire Emblem 7, ranging from when it started on the Game Boy to, you know, I think it was 2 games on the Game Boy Advance, 1 game on the Game Boy, not the Game Boy, on the GameCube, a game on the Wii, and then they have one on the DS, and apparently they're making another one for the 3DS. Now, in Japan, they have a shit ton more than that. That just never made it to America. But, whatever, I don't feel like playing those if they're in Japanese. I'm sure there's some obscure way to get them, but I just don't feel like going through the loopholes to do that. It just sounds like a pain in the ass. Alright, you with the arrow. That is not going to be enough. Whoops. That will be enough. Is that? Oh, that's a bow. High critical chance, though. Hopefully I'll get a critical. Nope. Of course not. Oh, that is probably not something I want to try to piss off. I can kill it though, and it has a low chance of actually hitting me, and it won't kill me if it does hit me. It'll just hurt me a lot. Okay, I missed. I do play this game a little bit risky, and every once in a while it'll bite me in the ass, and I'll be hating myself for it, but whatever. Oh, wow. Ah, can't get close enough. Might as well help them out with these Fagalos over here. Whoa, I forgot the right analog stick makes it go all crazy like, woo. I'm gonna help get rid of these mages. Level up for not using my own weapons. Sweet. Oh, ye olden sniper. I'm laughing how stupid I am. How much damage will this person do? Not enough. Need to level her up. And you will have to die. Apparently not, because I can't do that much damage. Whatever. Might as well. Yeah, you get out of the way. Oh, look at that. There's 1 point difference there. That's kind of annoying. Do I have a longbow? Sweet, I do. Wait. Oh, no, that's just going to attack this guy here. Meh. Whatever, I might as well go for the critical. Probably won't get it, but why not try? Yep, thought so. Leveled up anyway. Whatever, now I can just kill him off with this guy. I'm rich! Wait, can he... No, he can't go that far. Of course he has a critical on the second time when it would have killed him anyway. That's always what happens. I'm always wondering why the AI even bothers trying to attack something it'll do 0 damage to. Okay, well, good thing it attacked their mages. Those things are fucking obnoxious. Okay, yes, just leave him with 1 health. You can't just kill him. Oh, and then you revert back and be useless. Never-ending reinforcements. Kind of wish there was a button to speed this up. I'm pretty sure there's options within the game to speed up all the opposite players, quotation marks, actions. So. Oh, jeez. Gonna destroy this guy. Need to level up her because this the Swordmaster, when they level up, they become incredibly useful. Of course, I'm attacking someone that has a staff with a sword, which is never a good idea, but trying to figure out a way to hurt it but not kill it. That'll work. Unless I randomly get a critical when I don't want to. Gotta move all my characters up, which takes all day long. I really don't have to worry too much about putting them in danger because the opposite, my allies will kill most of them. My face. You just put a staff through it. Barely phased me. That's something that always sort of annoyed me about the... Like, this game is a sequel, as I mentioned earlier. The original one on GameCube, when you attack someone, it was like you nudged them and just kind of pushed them out of the way. Although it does sort of annoy me that they just kind of fall over when they're dead. Whereas the Game Boy Advance ones and the DS ones, they disappear. I guess with this art style being a little bit more advanced than handhelds. Which is, to be honest, that's funny to think about. The PS Vita is like stronger than the Wii. Granted, this is Nintendo, and Nintendo never really pushes anything, to be honest. But, yeah. You get my point. You gonna get fucked. Oh, I gotta wait for all these guys to move up. Why? Why do you bother? Is someone there? Oh, fuck. Of course I didn't see it. I want to attack him with Ike, but I just can't. Does he have any range moves? No, he doesn't. You gonna die! Just take all day there to attack with your boomerang axe. Stop 4 points short of leveling up. Damn it. There's so many allies in the way, I can't really move. No reason to stop there, there's no enemies there. For the record, this is one of the easier levels, but they do get more, they get tougher as you go along. This one is actually very easy. Oh, hi, enemies. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to do anything when it comes to the final boss. Because all of my allies are just gonna be in the way. I guess that's why they gave the final guy a bow. Or a crossbow, to be more specifically, which they call a bow gun, which is just kind of, just call it a crossbow. You did in the other games. Enough with the reinforcements, there's no need. We don't need you, go away. You're just taking up my time. I can't even move. Look at that. Hey, get the fuck out of my way. I'll take this time to move up these allies as far as I can, anyway. You don't need to move up anymore. It's gonna be the end of the level. The next move. Yeah, we know. You're a cat. You can, like, stop and stuff now. There really is no reason to move up. All I have to do is take over the, this, but I think I need Ike to do that. Yeah. Or him. I'm pretty sure he has to do it. Yep, there we go.